Okay, so here are the rocks from this week's cut that we're going to take a look at here today. So we've got 7 of them. As you can see, there's quite a bit of variety. We've got some cool ones here, so let's check them out.
All right, so let's check out this guy. So this one looks pretty cool from the outside. It's got some nice pink and yellow kind of showing through there in the middle. A big red eye there on the bottom part. Nothing on this side too remarkable, but let's take a look at what we got here. All right, that is really, really cool.
I would call this Lahontan Wonderstone after the location where I found it.
There's kind of abstract and chaotic yellow and pink pattern there through most of it, and it is really cool. Um, that red eye also, it looks like it chipped out on this one, but it continues through. But yeah, I really like the way that this pattern looks. It's really unique. I haven't seen one quite like this. Let's take a look at the other side here, and the eye from the outside kind of continues here on this side and looks really cool in that corner. And again, kind of a chaotic pattern with the yellow and the pink, but really, really beautiful.
So again, this is a Wonderstone. I would call it a Lahontan Wonderstone just because of the location where it was found. Very pretty.
Let's take a look at this one. So this one, you can see there is some kind of interesting pattern that's showing through here. This is actually a piece off of a much larger rock, and each of the little sections that I've cut so far have looked pretty cool. And this one also does look pretty cool on the inside as well, more so than the exterior would have indicated. But I would call this a Lahontan Jasper. There's some of the classic red and white pattern there towards the center, and then it kind of shifts into some banding as well. Even a little bit of an eye breaking through in that upper left hand corner of this one, but very pretty stones. So this is a rhyolite, and here we can see some of that nice red and white pattern, as well as some of the banding that's kind of running through the rock here. But this one is really pretty. That should polish up very nicely.
All right, let's check this one out. So this is another one that I would call a Jupiter rock, just because again it's got the cool red dot on the outside with the banding. Um, but there's obviously some interesting pattern that's showing through here. So let's take a look at what this looks like on the inside. Oh, that is very cool. I would call this a banded wonderstone or a banded rhyolite. Some very nice banding here, and kind of some swoops, some very big bands, and of course there's some smaller layers in there too, but some big layers here, and a little bit of the kind of dendrite patterns creeping in around the borders. So let's check this one out. So you can see right off the bat that there's a heavy desert patina on this one. But from the fractures and a little bit of the color there, it it looks like it might be interesting or unique. So that's why I picked it up. And let's take a look at what it looks like on the inside here. And it is really pretty. So that might be an agate that we have here with some inclusions in the center. Let's take a closer look here at the pieces individually. Yeah, there's some nice layers and bands kind of around the outside, and then kind of some swirls with maybe some little inclusions there kind of in the center. And here's the other half of that rock. But Very cool. Haven't seen one exactly like this, but very pretty. All right, let's check this one out. So this one looks a lot different just from the outside here. A lot of lighter colors. And then over here it has almost kind of a crystal look there on that side. Some of the more common reds there that we see, but let's see how this looks on the inside. And this is really gorgeous. So this is looks like a combination of jasper and maybe rhyolite, but it looks almost like the kind of crystal or agate layers filled in the rhyolite. I'm not sure, but this is what it looks like. Again, not an expert. Here's the other side of that, but just really pretty colors, um, and a really unique pattern. I've not seen one exactly like this. If this was a jasper, I'd probably call it like a landscape jasper or a picture jasper. Okay, so let's check this one out. So this one, you can see that's kind of an interesting eye there, as well as some banding, some pink and red and yellow color that are kind of showing through on these sides. This bottom side is not that interesting. There's the yellow banding and color there. Let's check out what it looks like on the inside. And that's much cooler than I thought it would be. So some really nice banding around some eyes as well. So I would call this a banded Wonderstone. Um, it is a little bit unique. The brown and yellow kind of spotted pattern in the corner is interesting and definitely unique. There's also lots of nice banding, and the circular banding around that eye is just really nice. And last but certainly not least, we have this one here, which you can see has a very thick desert patina on it. The brown, yellow, and black layer, but this side looked really interesting with kind of a bullseye pattern you can see there, and some pattern showing through in the yellow part there as well. So let's check this out. And wow, I was not prepared for it to be blue on the inside, and several different shades of blue with some really interesting veins and patterns here. So let's take a look at these individually. So I love the darker blues there, kind of in the corners, and then just the gradient to the white is really nice as well, and the nice quality stone also, but just really pretty. This one's definitely one of my favorites. I love the blue colors, but thanks for checking all these out, and please give this a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.